they've got like 24 of them. And I'm like, what, I've been in a coma for 15 years. What are you on about? No way, no way. So I'm thinking, this is a blag. Someone's out, no, it's gotta be a blag, it's gotta be a joke, something like that. And there's a screen on the wall, but it's like something I've never seen before. So I've just thought, you know what, it must be AI, because 2025, it was AI was on the rise, wasn't it? And so let's see if I can talk to it. But at first I can't get my words out. I was like stuttering. I can't get my words out at all. Yeah, so I'm like, what year is this? The thing's responded to year 2040. I'm like, where am I? You are located in hospital sector 3. No, what country and city? You are located in URM1 sector 3. What city? Sector 3. What the fuck's happening here? How far am I from the UK? What do you mean the UK ceased to exist after the EUAF? What does that even mean? My head's gone, I'm thinking, what does that even, what's EUAF and how would the UK cease to exist? So I'm like, give you a breakdown in a nutshell of what's happened to the UK since 2025 to 2040 regarding the United Kingdom and everything in it. So it just rips all these monitors off me and turns the machine off. It's absolutely burning my head. And this thing's like retrieving archives of 2025 to 2040 in a nutshell. And it just says to me, this thing comes on and it, oh my God.
Breaking news here in the UK, illegal immigration is at breaking.
We are now told that all army personnel have been deployed in Europe.
The EUAF has now gained control of the streets in the UK after civil unrest.
So in my head, I'm just like, no way, no way. So I've got bandages on my arms and all that. I've got like a few little mad pads, mounted pads and all that. But my arms are proper itchy. I've got like a bandage on each arm. So I take the bandage off and just sees this tattoo with a green flashing light under my skin. I'm like, what is that? There's no doctors nowhere, no staff. Just sounds like a distant machine hums, you know what I mean? Just like, something's not right. I can't remember none, I can't remember my name. I need to bail, so just rips everything off, gets off the bed and just falls flat on my face. Bang! Gets up, just gets me shit together. Looks in the mirror, see the mirror, looks in, I know what, I've aged. I've aged. Shit. So flaps. Right now, fight or flight just kicks in. I need to get out of here. So gets out the room, there's just no one anywhere. So starts walking down this big long corridor. There's absolutely no resistance at all. Easy escape. Walks through the empty corridors, finds an exit and gets out into the street. On the road outside, there's just this massive robot, EUAF police unit marked on it, model S52, just comes bouncing over me and just confronts me and demands ID.
EUF police, identify yourself, citizen. Restricted area.
Now, without a second thought, right? Without a hesitation, just I don't even know where I got it from. I just did. I just said to it, VX33 Echo hold. This bot just freezes and just obeys me. I don't know how I knew. I don't even know anything. I just did. So it's following me, and I'm just like standing on one leg. I'm like, put your arm in the air. Put one arm in the air, and I'm like, no way. And just so come to me. I don't even know where, how, or why. I just go to this manhole, right? And it's like I just knew where it was. So leaves the bottom of the underground sewers. So we get into the sewers, right, and we've been going down the stairs and this bot's forming and it is just these big massive corridors, right, and I can just see like spray paint on the walls, but like a stencil, VS33 United, and I'm just like, what is going on here? This robot's got no answers for me. It's like proper docile. I don't know what's happened to it. It's like it's just been like factory reset or something, but it's following me. It's like as if I own it, you know what I mean? So I'm just walking down and I don't even know what's happening, but I just seem to know like where I am. It's like I'm on it, not I'm moving down here like I've been here before. So he has this big steel door at the end of the big pitch black corridor. I enter the code of the tattoo. How and why I just knew to do that, I'll never know. So I just types in red and dash 9VX33 dash 1212, right? Walks in, these doors open and there's just this terminal there, and I can see the port on the boss by his neck, what matched these connections. It was weird. So I've just lied it down. I'm like, lie down, get in. I don't even know why. Listen to me. It was like, you know, sometimes when things just come in your mind and you don't even know what you're doing, but you just know. And I'm thinking, I don't even know whether I'm really awake. I don't know what's happening. I'm checking myself, I'm touching myself, just thinking, what is that? But it's like it's familiar to me. I know where I am, but I don't know where I am. So just get these connections, bang, plugs it in, yeah. And the bot just starts going all berserk, all things are going through it and all, and then this voice just says,
please enter your security clearance. Red Hand 9VX33-1212. Permission granted.
And I'm just like, what? Then this other voice comes and asks for the visual password confirmation. And I'm like, so it gives the password again, Reza 9VX331212. And then it asks for a visual. And I'm like, what do you mean a visual? It's like scan a tattoo on your forearm. So it scans it. And the fake green light that was pulsing from beneath the skin before turns red. And the voice bot just says, confirmation needed. Read aloud yet again. So it said 9VX33 Reza 1212. And this voice responds,
Identity confirmed. VS33 United reinstating Henry. Henry is activated.
Identity confirms. VS33 United reinstalling Henry. Henry is activated. So then this bot just wakes up and I'm like, wow, what's that? It looks at me, right, and goes, Captain Scouser, glad you're back. And I'm like, what? I haven't got a clue what's going on. Jumps up, right, so I'm a little bit alarmed at first and I'm just thinking, but there's no threat, it's like proper sounds and I don't know what's going on. So it walks over to this locker, owns the locker and passes me this uniform. It says, your uniform, Captain, you've asked me to debrief you. I said, I've asked you, you've asked me to debrief you. And I'm just like, okay, so I thought I could add these hospital clothes and put a uniform on, yeah, so gets changed and all that. Next thing again, he just goes, puts his arm out to me, shakes my hand, stands by my side and says, let's get on with the mission. The mission? Lad, I don't even know what the mission is. What is the mission? I'll debrief you. Okay, sad. So we end up walking down to this room, right, and I'm thinking, do you know what? I could do with a stripe. I said, lads, is there any limo in 2040? He's like, yeah. He said, of course there is. He said, you create a new type of limo, no come down, and the height can be turned off instantly if need be. It's 100% safe for human body. I'm like, I created. He's like, yeah. I'm like, I know, but his voice is going through me, the robot voice, burning me head out. So I'm like, yeah, Sarah, pass me some of that then. He's like, do you want a brandy? I'm like, a brandy? I'm thinking, yeah. I said, yeah. I said, how do you know? He's like, I know everything about it. He said, you don't realise how far we go back. And I'm just thinking, what's on? I said, why can't you remember it on? He said, you just can't. He said, but you will. He said, you've left clues like a time capsule for yourself. It's in the meeting room. And I'm like, all right, sad. So comes in, so he says to me, I've got some Louis X for you. He said, I can replicate it for you instantly. I'm like, yeah. He said, do you want a glass? I said, a glass, and get a bottle for me. So I don't want to be fair. I know brandy, and I know things, but I don't know things about myself. I don't know nothing personal about myself. I don't know, you know, and when I first come in, I put the password, there was soldiers there armed, and they never looked at me. And even when I was walking into the room to put some of the robots on the table, they were just ignoring me, and I was talking to them, they were ignoring me. I'm like, why is everyone ignoring me? He's like, because you've ordered them to. I said, what do you mean? He went, because they don't want to say nothing to you. And I'm like, why? He's like, you've got to find out for yourself. He said, I've been debriefed. He said, you've told everyone what to do, so they're all following your commands. He said, everybody knows you. He said, but nobody wants to engage with you because they can't, yeah, in case they jeopardise or, you know, they make you angry. I'm like, what do you know, lad? So goes to this room, right, and there's a big table and all that. So Eddie has me this big bottle of brandy, and I've got a glass, and I've got this big blue powder. I'm thinking, what is that? So he goes into this locker thing and gets me these photographs, and there's photographs there, but one's got nothing in it. And I'm thinking, weird. So there's a photograph of them 5. I'm like, oh, that's a beast, yeah. There's a photograph of like weapons rooms and comms and stuff and this and this and that. And then the one that's empty, the photograph, it's like a photograph frame that's empty, and it's got a note in it. So I opens it and reads it, and it's a message to me from me, and it says, don't think about this, when it comes, it comes. I've ordered everyone, I am you, everyone, no one will say nothing to you, because it'll jeopardise the mission. Go with it, and don't blame Henry, and don't blame no one in here. And I'm just thinking, that is proper weird. So I'm like, Henry, where's this M5? And he's like, it's fully modified as you requested. And I'm like, I don't remember anything, tell me. So sits down at the table with him, has this big blue stripe, right? Oh my God, listen to me now. It was just like 1990s limo. It was a belter. It was a belter. I remember that, though. I can remember that. So I'm starting to be like, whoa, yeah, you know, I'm flying. So, you know, I've been in the cold for 15 years. So imagine how much it hit me. It hit me heavy. So I'm on the brandy and sitting there with Andy. So I said, tell me about this M5. So he says,
code name VS33 Ghost. Registration VS33 United. Base model BMW M5. Top speed 347 miles per hour. Location underground resistance base.
So I'm like, lad, stop. You're burning me head out. I said, your voice is going through me, lad. I said, I don't know what that is. I said, can't you talk normal? He's like, do you want me to talk like you? I'm like, yeah. and he just cloned me exactly perfect. And I'm like, what's that? He went, what's happening, lads? And I'm like, no way, is that you speak Scouse? He's like, of course I do. He said, you told me to remember the accents and the slang words in case, you know, humanity gets destroyed in the UK and we can carry on with it. And I'm like, did I? Yeah, I'm thinking, yeah, that I can imagine me to do something like that. It's right. I'm like, well, just from now on, just talk to me normal, and you know, only call me captain if you need to in front of other people. Do you know what I mean? Not like when it's just me and you. And he's like, all right, sound lad. I was like, you know what? Where's this M5? Take me to the M5. Forget all that shit. Just take me to it and let me see it, right? So he's like, come on, let's go. And he goes to me, you do know from now on things have to change. And I'm like, things have to change. He's like, yeah. He's like, lads, you're a captain, you're a soldier of the, you know, you're like who everyone's dependent on. So I'm like, okay, so we have to shake Scouse modes off here. So I'm just like, so we're bouncing down the corridor, yeah, this big corridor, and we're going even deeper underground and all that. And I'm saying, what's that? He goes, it's on a lift. I said, what do you mean it's on a lift? He went, it's on a ramp, and then the ramp raises to street level. I'm like, yeah. So people are walking past me, soldiers and all that. I'm like, what's happening, lads? And they're just absolutely blanking me. And I'm thinking, what? And one of them's got no like visor up, do you know what I mean? He's got his visor up instead of down. I don't even know whether that's a real, but I said, why's your visor up? And he just went, and put it down. Sound, man. You can see the size of him as well. And his arms to the teeth. Who am I? What's happening here? So we go into this room, right? And oh my God, this M5 is just sitting on a ramp right now. The spec he's told me, I know there's well more to it, right? But I don't care about that. I'm like, lads, raise the ramp. That's a piece of the noise of that. I was like, lads, take me for a spin. He's like, no. He said, you won't be able to drive it. I said, what do you mean? He said, well, what you've done is, he said, you've downloaded every Formula One racing car driver's profile to me and every single rally driver in the history of humanity. He said, I can drive. I said, yeah. He said, lad, I can drive. He said, the car does like, you know, it does over 300 miles an hour. He said, and, you know, I'm driving because it's a nightmare up there. And he said, all right, sound, let's go. So I jumps in the Paz, he jumps in the driver's seat.
Just hearts on sleeves, scars from a system that left us to bleed. Brothers from ends you ain't even clocked. Souls turned amber but the green one's locked. VS33, no army, no guns. Just dads and uncles protecting the young. The scouser leaves, that fact's not capped. From tunnels below to the codes on the map. He rose from graft, no suit, no tie. Just one red hand and fire in his eye. We're not soldiers, we're sons of the soil. We've had now but still stayed loyal. This ain't drill for the sake of hype. This is truth when the world's not right. No divide, we're tighter than blood. One fall, we all stand from the mud. Protect your own, that's code for the crew. VS33, that means me and you. UNITED, yeah, read that slow. Underground National Independence Taskforce for English defense, you know. Not built on hate, built on care. Built for the kids they said weren't there. Built when the lights went out in the zone. When the fathers vanished and mothers stood alone. We're the core that don't need signal. We're the strength that made pain feel simple. The scouts are planners years ahead. Tattoo code when the rest's all red. Built Henry for parts they binned. Now he's our ghost, our shield, our win. We're not lads with masks and pride. We're the voice that never died. They can't net, they burnt the laws, but they never bricked up all the doors. We're unity in a broken land. We're the ones who still understand. No power's real unless it's earned. I'm free to make free till the table's turned. We're not soldiers, we're sons of the soil. We've had now but still stayed loyal. This ain't drill for the sake of hype. This is truth when the world's not right. No divide, we're tighter than blood. One fall, we all stand from the mud. Protect your own, that's code for the crew. VS united, deep in the veins, truth in the heart, not gold or chains. Led by the scouts of the one they ignored, now he's the reason the people restored. So next time they ask what side you rep, don't point to a color, take a breath, say it with chest. I'm united, the last one's left. VS33 united, deep in the veins, truth in the heart, not gold or chains. Led by the scouts of the one they ignored, now he's the reason the people restored. So next time they ask what side you rep, don't point to a color, take a breath, say it with chest. I'm united, the last one's left.
Listen to me, so on the way back now, and when I say Henry can drive, you should have seen it. He was fine, all the MPs out of the car, just like, you know, I'm like, what, there's drones, like, they can't see us, this car is proper heavy, he's hitting like 340s plus, just like, we are flying hard, it was heaviest thing ever, heaviest thing ever, right? So we get to like a sort of sound bit, you know what I mean? He's like, yeah, I said, tell me everything now, and he's got to do what I say, you know what I mean? But, you know, he doesn't need to, he knows the script, because apparently I've debriefed him and I've told him and I've told him what to do and all that. So he's like, all right, he said, yeah, brace yourself. I said, what? He said, lad, he said, you're the founder of VS33 United. He said, you've built a resistance in secret. He said, you were preparing for collapse and only you saw it coming. I said, yeah. I said, well, where'd you come from? He said, I said, aren't you online? What about AI? He said, no. He said, I've got no internet access. He said, I'm offline and I'm only loyal to you. I'm like, what? He went, I'm self-learning and I'm emotionally involved. I'm not like any other AI. He said, the UK fell in 2026 after immigration surged. Hotel placements were a cover. The arrivals were not refugees, they were soldiers. The government disarmed its own people and deployed the British Army abroad. And I was just like, what? No way. He said, I said, what do you mean? He went, it all got defunded, the army got defunded, the police got defunded, because they knew they wouldn't fire on its own people. The new force is 500,000 strong. They've got EU uniforms, new laws, drones, and every city fell one by one. Now the AUF patrol the streets, armed foreign people. I'm like, what? I went, no way. He went, lads, he said, no, he said, it just is what it is. He went, Britain's gone, mate, as you know it. And I'm like, yeah. And he just looked at me, right, and he went, VS33 United, it's the only hope left, apart from USA, Poland and Germany. And I was just like, wow, no way. So they've brought, like, people in on boats and all that with no passport and all that, and you know, it was just like a proper cover. And what was really happening is they were employees, not immigration, do you know what I mean? Oh my god, that's why they were street and boss, that's why they had phones, that's why they had everything, because they were employees. They were all like you know, fighting age men, and oh my god, it all just like starts making sense to me now, you know. And that's why it's things like that. And you know, in London at the time there was like 500,000 odd refugees, and they weren't even asked for them. But these ones, the ones that come on the boats, they were putting up in hotels and all that, because they were an army. They were building an army before our eyes, and we didn't even know it. And that's why they were fighting age men, and they were all ex-military, and they were all trained. Oh my god, I feel sick. But you know what? I'm starting to get flashbacks now. I'm starting to get all like little mad flashbacks and that. So then, and he says to me, you ready to meet the troops? I said, yeah, lad. I said, none of them spoke to me. He said, you will now. He said, this is the code word. I said, yeah. So he's like, I'm going to get all personnel to the exercise arena. I'm going to say code word. He said, you know, brace yourself, it's going to be overwhelming. I said, how many is he? He's like, wait till you see this, mate. I'm like, all right, sound. So he just goes on the intercom, right, and just shout, Foxtrot Delta Alpha, Scouts is back, report to the main arena.
All personnel, report to the exercise arena. All personnel, report to the exercise arena.
So as we walks in, right, oh my god, I do not recognise one face, but you should. Oh my god, what is going on here? They're all just like stamping the boots on, like, way, proper going into one, like, and I don't even know what's going on. Well, I've got like a feeling what's going on now. Obviously, look what's happening in front of me, right? And they're all proper made up, and there's just hundreds, and I'm just like, what is happening here? And he shouldn't hear the noise out of it. There is absolutely fucking hundreds, and I mean hundreds of resistance fighters just all in the main hall. Oh my God, from all backgrounds, all ethnicities, just all unified in custom VS33 gear. I'm just thinking, oh my God, every soldier's looking at me, they're all just cheering, clapping, just saluting. It's like they've known me their whole lives. And then he just looks at me, he's like, lad, you'll remember soon, you know. And I'm like, lad, he's like, listen to me, you started VS33, you built all this, you were the first, lad. I'm just standing there, just like stunned in silence, just thinking, no way. And someone just shouts, he's the last leader of the Hope in Britain. And it's just overwhelming, right? And oh my God, and I don't recognise any single person in there. And you know what, I need to remember what's going on. So then we leave the main arena and we're walking back through the base. He's showing me this, he's showing me that. And I can notice that's like all old technology. It's only like dusty radios, copper wire coils, cassette recorders. It looks proper ancient. And I'm like, Henry, what's that? He's like, lads, we don't use modern comms. There's no satellites, no fibre, no 5G. Well, it's 8G now. He said it's all been compromised. He's like, this network, it's Ghostline. You built it all in 2026 to 2027. It's off grid, analog, unhackable, copper wires, ham radios, VCR signals. It's not code, it's noise, and AI can't process the noise. Every time we try to catch wire rat, our technology is Trojan. It mutates and infects their systems, feed them on phantom data, scrambling protocols. Only I'm immune. I'm the immune one because you made me like that. This is why we still use typewriters, old army faxes, broadcast radios. It's all wrapped in bird call disguises. It's not outdated, it's invisible. You remembered what they forgot. Most of it, look at it, and you might look at it and think it looks like proper snipe, but lad, this is how we roll. And if any AI these days hacks into our network, lad, they get proper Trojan horse bombs and that. They can't do it, lad. You know, there's sockets and stuff like that, what they can infiltrate, but if they touch it, it straight away just disables them. You created this, you did all this is all you. And I'm just sitting there just like, no way. So just goes back into the command room, sitting there, like, pass me some of that blue shit, mate. So I'm on this blue shit and I've got a brandy and all that, and I'm getting flashbacks and I'm looking at this photograph that's got on in it with the letter in, and what is in that photograph? I feel something's missing, I can just feel something's missing, right? And I'm sitting there, it's just like, and all faces, I've got kids' faces coming in my head, and I can see little boys, I can, lads, what's happening here? And my head's gone on proper scrambled, I'm transitioning, my mind's coming back to me, right? I just see these two little boys' faces, lads, who they in my head, I'm like, I know these are important, who are they? Who's the photograph, just where, who's the photograph, then bang! I just see two little kids, oh my God, I've got kids! So I get on the intercom, right, and I'm like, Henry, where are you? He's like, I'm in the maintenance room. I'm like, lad, come to the command room now, me kids, I've got kids, where the fuck are me kids? Next thing, Henry turns up, I'm like, Henry, where's me kids? And he's just like proper sad, normally he's like dead fast on his response, you know what I mean? And I'm like, lad, tell me, and I know for a fact, lad, it's come back to me, even if it's bad news, tell me. And he just spits it out, he's just like, but he doesn't want to say nothing to me now. Listen, he's AI, he's got no feelings, and he's got feelings, but he's emotional, and I don't know how I need to explain that at a later date, but listen to this now, right? It's just proper static, just fans over in the walls, and I'm like, Henry, don't ignore me, lads, don't fucking ignore me, lads. And then these voices come through, just like, he's almost human, he sounds like me, he's like, Scouts are not here, none of them are, all the children were taken to a camp in Moist to be France. Mate, it's all come back to me, it's just, boom, just hit me, like a fucking truck, just ran me over. I can feel my chest saying, I'm like, hands, lads, Henry, and what? And he just pauses and he goes to me, he just says these words, I fear they may not be alive. And I'm like, what are you on about, lads? And I'm just proper fuming. And he goes to me, Scouser, I've got a recording, it was the last one we had of you and your children. You were taken the next day, brace yourself. Play it, Henry, play the fucking record, lad, now! So Henry goes back in his archives and retrieves this file and just presses play. Oh my God, get on this. Oh my God, get on this. Right, are you ready for tucking time, my little baby? You ready? 1, 2, 3, wasn't it? The baby! He's the baby in the place, aren't you? Give me a kiss. Mwah. I love you all the world. I love you. I will always protect you. I am Daddy.
Yeah.
No one will take you away from me, lad. Let me tell you now. Do you understand that?
Well, Mummy, you take me away from you, how?
No one will. Mummy and Daddy will always love you and protect you forever. Mummy and Daddy are a unit. Yeah.
Daddy?
We're family, lad. What, baby?
So when Mummy could be tell me to hear how to get real bad him.
Right, you ready? Tuck you inside. Kiss. Mwah. You ready? 1, 2, 3. Ah! Yeah, high five. Fist bump. Yeah, no one will ever take my little baby away from me, will he?
No.
Because I will, honestly, lads, you know this, lads. I am all in, yeah. We are VS33. I am all in. And we will defend this land. And we will defend our kids. Won't we, baby?
Yeah.
VS33?
Yeah.
Say it.
VS33.
Yeah. See you later, my little boy, okay? Have a very good sleep. Good night, baby. So I'm like, Henry, that's the baby. What about the other one? What about the other one? What, he's like, this is the only record we've got. I'm like, where's my other lads? This is the only record we've got. What do you mean, lads? This is the only record. I've flipped. I've jumped up. I've just started smashing the gaff up. I've just punching. I've punched walls. My knuckles have split. My head's gone. I'm absolutely fuming. And I mean absolutely fuming. Just smashing tables. Just everything's just gone berserk. I'm like, lad, they were 4 and 6. And then he's like, and I'm like, 4 and fucking 6. Lad, now they'll be 19 and 21. The old fight was for them, and it's all come back to me, everything in an instant. I'm just punching walls, my knuckles are split, and his voice cuts in again. Enough, put it together, Commander. Don't fucking call me Commander. So he comes behind me, and his arms locking on me, steel arms locking on me. He's not hurt me, but he's holding me still. He's restraining me like I'm a kid myself, do you know what I mean? He's holding me in place, I'm just fucking fuming, I just slumped to the floor. I'm in bits, my head's gone, it's all come back to me, I'm crying my eyes out, and he's like crying out, but then no more tears. My ass just turned to stone. You cheeky little rat, mate, let's go, that's it, Henry, no more mercy, not for them, not for anyone who took our children, yeah. And I just knew at that moment, it's not just survival anymore, it's war, we are all in, and I mean absolutely no fucks given, mate. I'm all in, everything's come back to me, I'm fucking raging, I know everything I can remember, it's all come back to me. EUAF went through the door, bursting gas, taking kids, and he slaughtered any parent that was there. After I took my baby in and told him they'll never take him, yeah, the next day I was up early and I had to go out. It was my best mate's funeral, the EUF killed. I come home, my kids were gone, and the baby mum was just lying on the floor bleeding out. Where's the kids? She was crying while she was dying. I held her and I looked in the eye. I said, where's the kids? She went, lad, I love you, and I trust you. Please get our boys back, lad. I trust you. They were the last words, and then she died in my arms. Boom, that was it. Mind racing, memories come back like a nightmare. I remember how it all started. I remember names, faces, brothers and sisters. My head's gone. I can remember, I fucking remember everything. And then he's like, man up, lad. I'm like, lad. So I'll just pick myself off the floor, wipe my tears, yeah. Henry, full debrief on the French children's camp now. French children's detention and re-education camp. EUAF stronghold of Miga, location deep inside the Val de Seine secure zone, formerly Royal Northern France, surrounded by till perimeters, out electrified French, middle motion centers, kill zone, and an armor's wall. Underground access tunnels from old Paris, Peru. Train line connect directly to the main block. History established by the UAF 2 years in the occupation, officially disguised as child rehabilitation and welfare facility and propaganda broadcasts. In reality, it's an old and indoctrination cell for children. They took them from unreliable families. Anyone resisting EUAF rule, oh my God, lads, what the fuck? No what? That's it now. Assemble everyone in the fucking main arena now, go!
All personnel, report to the exercise arena. All personnel, report to the exercise arena.
So the alarm's blaring, but this time I'm not walking in blind. This time I know exactly where I'm going and who's waiting and why. So I push the doors up to the exercise there. The noise hits me, just boots stamping again, bam, 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 voices change, US33 United over and over. The walls are rattling, but it's not the noise that it's the faces. I walk through them, I walk through the line steady one by one. I hug everyone, I know exactly what's going on, I know who's lost here, I know what parents have been, brothers, sisters, I know everyone, fucking rats, UAF, lads, what's happening. happening now. I recognise the people that fought beside people at the moment. I remember everyone. I can remember, you know, this was off a WhatsApp group. This was off a WhatsApp group. It all started from that 2024 to 2025. I remember everyone and everything, yeah. I remember everyone, and I know what? I love all these people that stood beside me all the way through, right? I've fought with them, I've mauled with them, and I'm just like, you know what? I love all these people. I'm hugging people. There's girls there, there's lads there, there's just everyone just like, yes, dad. No one gets on the main speaker. I'm like, I'm back. My voice is cracking, and I swear on my life, I will get all our kids back. Every single one of them. No one gets left behind. Not this time. The crowd just goes quiet for a second. Then someone just starts to background. He's back. Then another one, he's back. The old gaff just erupts. He's back. Boots are slamming on the floor. It's like tons of. And he's on my side. His side's just watching. He knows. This is the moment I'm all in. No doubts. No half measures. I am the leader. I'm not just the leader of VS33 United. I'm their leader. And these are my people. I lift my arm up. Point to their head. We move. All of them. This is the line. Let's get our kids back. All personnel, be quiet, right? Now, I've settled into this underground base and I've been briefed by Henry, and the first critical mission, Intel's revealed the location of a major EUAF server farm controlling surveillance drones and all tactical AI in the northern sector. So, let's get it up, yeah? Full VS33 combat kit, Henry's uploading the target layout to his HUD. 4-person recon unit selected. I've picked 4 people. I've picked Moffy, I've picked Laura, I've picked Righty, and I've picked Parky. Right there, who's coming with me, right? Each one is elite, trained by Henry through NeuroSim protocols. So we exit the base via an old underground railway route converted into a launch tunnel. Above ground, under cover of darkness, we infiltrate the enemy compound using the MP's burst charges, Henry's remotely disabled sentry bots, and master heat signature. We've got stolen satellite ghost codes. So we plant a physical virus in the core known as Wire Rat. We cripple the systems. Mission is success, no casualties. We've vanished off the trade, leaving the UF scrambling. They're scrambled. They don't know what's hit them yet. We've just disabled them yet. 4-man plus me and Henry. Let's go. So then, after the successful server farm takedown, morale is high, but the celebration is short-lived. One of the outer VS33 strongholds, codenamed Sector Green 12, has been raided by EUAF.
Fetching requested data. Warning, Ghost Line network is compromised.
Too precise, no drones, no comms chatter. They knew exactly where to hit. Henry pulls up security logs and finds something off a data ping from inside their own Ghostwire network. Lads, what do you mean? What do you mean from the Ghost Line network? So we trace it to an encrypted data packet sent from within our own base. Oh my God, we've got a rat. It was masked, but not good enough for Henry. So suspicions grow, tensions rise. Henry runs a facial stress analysis on VS33 command crew while I'm listening in silence. One face breaks the pattern. It's someone who's been with us since day one. Oh my God, are you messing? I cannot believe it. We've got a rat in the draft. Oh my God, you little rat. I'm shocked, but I'm not showing it. So the mole is cuffed, trying to flee with stolen hard drive. He gets intercepted by Henry. Henry, disable him, don't kill him. So the team, we get him, we grabs him, we brings him to justice. Everyone's like, lad, execute him on the spot. And I'm like, no, we don't stoop to that level yet. But listen to me now, lads, I'm looking at him face to face. You will never, ever walk these tunnels again. Henry, reprogram a decoy S52 bot and escort the mole out into the decayed city. So where this city is, AI patrols and he hunts anything that's not EUAF approved. So I already know what's happening. He already knows what's happening. And he's like, lad. I'm like, lad, don't. So just pulls me thing out, points it at him and says to him, lad, walk or die. Yeah. Walk or die. You will never, ever, ever walk these tunnels again. So I'll be honest with you, I'm wounded and you know, I'm going to lose sleep over it because I know what's going to happen to me. He's just getting ripped apart and it is what it is, but what can I do? I can't show to be some sort of mushroom like that when after everything we've done, everyone's in here, you know, we've got thousands of people in this base and you're telling people where our other bases are, do you know what I mean? And the reason why he didn't tell me where this base was because he knew he'd get it and he'd die. So, yeah, you're a rat, so you know what? Go and get ripped apart by a robot, you little mushroom, and that's that, yeah, because you'll never, ever, ever, ever walk these tunnels again. Now, walking the tunnels is a different thing to what you might think if you just listen to this now. You walk the tunnels with us, that means we're you. Do you understand me? That means we've got you all back. That means we'll do whatever we can to protect you. Once you can't walk the tunnels, you're on your own. And you know, in the world we're living in now, right, you can't be on your own because you're gonna die. That's it. You're gonna get it, mate. You're gonna get it, and that's just the way it is, right? So goes to bed and I can't sleep and my mind's racing. So I thought, you know what? A little bit of the blue limo on the blue limo, little brandy, this, that. Talking to a few people in comms and all that, like, lad, what's that? You know, a few people come to the room and they're like, lad, what's that? So I'm sitting there chatting, and this, that. So by now it's becoming daylight, but we've got no daylight where we are because we're in tunnels, but we know about the time, do you know what I mean? Because it's rough up there, mate, it's rough up there. You don't want to be seen up there, mate, I'm telling you now, especially the resistance. So, you know, it's getting on, 7 o'clock in the morning, Henry, Scouser. I'm like, what, lad? He's like, where are you? I said, what do you mean, where am I? I'm in my gaff, lad. He said, I need you now in the command base. I said, why? He said, because there's a call coming through, and, you know, it's good for us, lads. I need your assistance. They want to speak to you. I'm like, who wants to speak to me? He's like, by what I can see, and by the encryption, it's the USA. And I'm like, yeah. He's like, yeah. Now, USA, Poland and Germany, they're like, they've got a resistance because back in the day in 2025, they started like, there was a president there, his name was Donald Trump, I don't know whether you remember him or not, but that's like, you know, that's what he was called, and he just turned Turk and he was like, hey, everyone out me gaff, and then Poland were resistant, mate. They were like the boys you like want to be with. They were just like, no one's coming in. They're like, we've got shoot to kill. And everyone was like, you can't be, you aren't civilized. And they were the boys, mate, in the day. They knew quite well. And Germany, they failed. They had a bit of a nasty one with them because they let people in, they let like all immigrants in, but then they like sort of started like doing mad things in the country. So Germany, they just turned and was like, you know what, from this day on, you know what, and you know what, they were the people, they were the ones who were just like, they were the ones who won, they were the ones who never got like infiltrators, you know what I mean? Whereas the UK just fell because the Prime Minister at the time, he was a rat. He went down in history as the worst Prime Minister ever. He was a rat, the little rat. And what the Prime Minister of the UK did, what was his name? He built a fence around the Parliament buildings to keep the people out. He was a rat. He's the one who did all this. He was like paid off by like, some people say he was a convert and all that, but I don't know whether that's true or not, but you know what I mean? And then there was other people, there was like resistance, like, what was his name? Tommy Robinson and stuff like that. I think he got jailed and, you know what I mean, and it was just all like, oh, mad shit and all that, you know what I mean? So I've got this comms coming in, right, and I need to go see what it is. So gets to the command centre, Eddie, what's happening? And he's like, lad, look at your pupils. I'm like, what do you mean, lad? He's like, lad, turn the limo off. I said, all right then, Sam, because this new blue limo, you can turn it off. So I'm like, all right, turns it off, boom, goes back to normal straight away. I'm like, what's that? Like, he's going, listen to this phone call.
Incoming call.
Scouser, we've been watching your work. We know about VS33 United.
End of transmission.
So I'm like, get him back on the line, lad. And then he goes to me, do you want me to speak to him as you? I'm like, no. He's like, are you alright? I'm like, lad. I said, I'm off me fucking bar, lad. He goes, but it should have ended. I'm like, I know. I said, I think I might have just put this like little thing in where I just blanked you. So I guess this new president or this new fella, I don't even know what's going on because I'm out of touch with what's going on, do you know what I mean? So gets him on the phone, he's like, what's happening? He said, hello, Scouser. What's happening, lad? I said, listen, I said, what have you got for us? He's like, the resistance. I said, the resistance, yeah. He said, I've got ties with Germany and Poland. He said, I can send you troops, I can do this, I can do that. And I'm like, can you? Yeah. And I'm like, yeah, because I know these have got Zoe, these have got Major Zoe. These are like the people who like, you know, like if you want funding or you want this or you want whatever, these are the people who can do it, you know what I mean? So the next day, right, after the USA contacted us to a secure Ghost Line channel, a team was dispatched to extract me, Henry, right? So we're flying, we're going across the pond, yeah, and these people and these soldiers, they're telling me, they're like, we've got this new technology for Henry. Henry's looking at me, I'm looking at him, I'm like, Henry's going to me, I didn't think it was possible. I'm like, lad, these Americans, these got Zoe, you know, these have got Zoe, you know, these can do things. So upon arrival at this US base, Henry gets upgraded.
Military tech upgrade downloading. Next-gen weapons complete. Analog encryption tools complete. Reinforced armor complete.
So it says to Henry, how do you feel? And he's just like, lad, this is heavy. I'm like, is it? He's knows me, lad, I am 3 times better than what it was. I says, okay. So I pulls this commander or this captain or whatever, I don't know what they call it over there, into the defence room, and I'm like to him, listen lad, now these security defence forces, these are proper heavy, right? So I said, what's up with this French police? He's like, where the kids are? I said, yeah. He said, well, the detainees, the children were aged 4 to 16 at capture, now they're mostly late teens or young adults. They've all been separated from siblings and placed in units 1 of 30 to 50. They're subject to language erasure, French and the UF, military codes, only native tongue banned. And I'm like, what do you mean? He went, they've banned the native tongue. I'm like, okay. He's like, indoctrination curriculum includes loyalty drills, simulated combat training, and psychological conditioning. And I'm like, what about the security? He's like, security defences, Guard Force 2000, EUAF troops rotated every 48 hours, robotics 60 plus S52 combat bots. Now these S62 combat bots, they're heavy, armed with non-lethal suppression for internal control and live weapons for perimeter defence, surveillance, thermal drones on a 24/7 loop, patrol patterns designed to overlap, 0 blind spots without infiltration. I'm like, what? He's like, lad, you can't infiltrate the interface. I'm like, can I? I'm like, I'm gonna get round it. He's like, comms fully encrypted, EUAF internal network. Henry can't brute force it directly without detection, even with his new upgrade. But Ghostline, your Ghostline can infect their hub if you get close enough. And I'm like, yeah. Isn't so what the risk? He's like, no risk. Entire compound is rigged with a perimeter dead man circuit. If the breach without clearance, all in locked doors, vents, seals, and the gas protocol deploys. So I'm like, lads, what do you mean? Gas is, what do you mean? The gas, he went, lad, the gas is a neurological agent designed to incapacitate instantly within 3 minutes. It can cause permanent brain damage. Intel suggests an emergency evacuation zone for UAF officers that leads 2 kilometres south of a disguised farmhouse. And he's going to me, you slurred your words. I'm like, I know, I'll them off me ban. He's like, what do you mean? I said, here's what I mean. I said, I got this fucking blue limo shit. I said, have you heard of it? He's like, no. I said, do you want to go? He's like, what? I said, do you remember the limo from years ago? He's like, limo? What's limo? I said, yeah, I'm not going to start saying all names of that, but do you remember the white stuff we used to have years ago? He's like, yeah. I said, do you want to go? He's like, I shouldn't really. I shouldn't really. Shut up your tit. So yeah, I'll have a go with that. Give him this blue stripe, and he's just flying. So he shouts his commander because he can't even talk no more. His kite, honest to God, his jaws just folded taxi. So his mate comes over and I'm like, what's that, lad? He's like, oh, you just goes and I'm like, he's like, mate, the word somebody, shut up, lad. Shut up, lad. He's going, you are, and he's all made up. He's like, oh, VS33. Shut up, lad. I said, tell me what you know. I said, do you want a stripe? He's like, what's a stripe? Here's a stripe, lad, so he gives him one little bump on his hands. Yeah, his head's gone, right? And he's like, right, okay, weaknesses, staff turnover is high, many low-level guards and conscripts with poor loyalty. The farm exit, it's guarded by lightning compared to the main gates. Like, the soldiers, but they're not really bothered, lads. He's like, they just work there because they have to. He's like, ventilation intakes on the west side, they're unarmoured, they could be exploited, and we could deploy counter-agents on disoriented gas. I'm like, have you got the gas? He's like, yeah. I'm like, we'll give you some gas. He's like, we'll preload it now onto the evacuation helicopters. He's like, the AI. I said, what about it? He's like, it's security measures still use outdated pre-2025 firmware in several nodes. And I'm like, so what does that mean? He's like, well, Henry can slip in if the hardware point is accessed on site. And I'm like, okay. I said, who's the strike commander? Who's like, you know, because you Americans, these Americans, they're on it, you know what I mean? Like, you know, we're VS33 that, but these have got a massive budget. So he brings this other kid over. This kid comes over and starts saluting me. What's happening, lad? So by this time now, I'm off my barney. He's off his barney. He's off his barney. Everyone's off the barney, but we're standing in this like division where we shouldn't be off our barney. So he goes to me, right, recommend the strike plan, diversion. German and Polish heavy units will breach the east wall to draw the main UFC force. Ghostline deployed, Henry piggybacks on disguised maintenance, signals to loop all internal cameras and triggers false alarms. Stealthy entry, Scouser, you are with us. We are the elite special forces, and VS33 shadow team can enter via a farmhouse tunnel. I'm like, okay. I'm like, how do we get out? He's like, rapid extraction, secure all detainees, neutralise S-52 bots with the code VX-RAM3 Echo Hold, which is what I said in the very beginning, which I knew anyway, yeah. Immediate evac, armoured M5 convoy in standby. Lads, is that your M5? I'm like, yeah, we have heard so much about that. I'm like, lads, it does over like 340. They're like, I know, and you've downloaded it. Do you know everything about me? I'm like, how do you know that? They're like, everyone knows about it, lads, we all know about it. He's like, but the Polish, they've got these drones, lads. I'm like, what does that mean? He went, lad, they can wing cover you until the airspace evacuation is complete. And I'm like, so we're coming in with the UK, yeah, which is VS33. We've got the Polish, we've got the Germans, and we've got the Americans. No, what? Where are we going to go from? They're like, we will get every single person to your coordinates at the time you want us to do it. We make this plan up, right, and we've got all these plans going. We're there till bells in the morning, and the next day we get evacuated out. We get back, you know, under control, under everything like that. We've bypassed all kinds of EUAF fucking technology. We get back. So the plan is that everything's going to fall into the Albert Dock and Liverpool, right? So we're coming by sea, we're coming by land, and we're coming by air, right? So we've got padders, we've got all kinds going, we've got all kinds of new equipment, we've got 1,000 new troops coming from Germany, Poland, America. It is proper heavy. So gets back to base, does a debrief, tells the people who need to know, listen, this, that, Henry's 3 times powerful. Henry is another level. Listen to me, Henry he's basically indestructible. He's another level, right? So the next day comes, and it's the arrival, right? The sound arrival. 2:47 in the morning, pitch black, rainfall in the streets over the Mersey. The underground base is sound except for the low hum of VS33 M5 charging. Henry picks up a faint ping on the encrypted ghost line frequency. It's not ours, but we recognise it from the Americans' latest upgrade. Lads, check the parameter feed. Black silhouettes moving through the shadows of the Albert Dock, barely visible infrared. 3 stealth vessels are moored with the lights off, hull numbers scraped away. Troops in matte black uniforms emerge, faces hidden behind the adaptive visors. The first wave, the Americans are moving with silent precision. The rifles are slung with the gears showing custom patches. A White Eagle gripping a lightning bolt. Second wave, the Germans, heavier kit, advanced drone packs folded tight against their backs. Their night optics flickering between infrared and thermal. Third wave, the Polish lean, agile operations with suppressed carbons and compact jammers strapped to the chest. Deep in the base, the 3 commanders, they step forward. The Americans first, we made without being seen. EUF thinks we're still in the fucking Baltic. You give the orders, go, so we're all in. You look around, lad, look around, you look around. I'm like, what? He's like, lad, you just take a step back now and look around the foreign troops. We are all now part of VS33 United. I'm like, lad, let's get to work, let's keep it quiet. England's not ready to hear, but guess what? We're here. So I'm sitting at the command table, still questioning reality. I've got a brandy, I've got blue limo, and I've got this vision. The room starts spinning. Oh my god, it's going off. I'm getting all these mad flashbacks and things you're taught to remember. There's still things more coming. And I'm like, you know what? This is the time now. This is the final stand. We are all in. As nations, and I don't just mean one nation, which is the United Kingdom, which is the Scottish, the English, the fucking, you know, the Irish and the Welsh. This is going heavy. We've got America, we've got Poland, we've got Germany with us, right? And we are all in. So that's it, the plans are set, right? We have got Operation the Channel Tunnel. It's a full invasion. Honest to God, we are coming in heavy. We have got people coming all kinds. So we make plans. Over the next 24 hours, we've got the 3 commanders, we've got me, and we're just all like in the command room with Henry, and we're doing this, and this isn't a drill, mate. You know, the next time I sound them alarms, we're sounding them alarms, but you know, the people who are with me, they all know what we're doing, and we all know, everyone knows what we're doing, right? We all know what we're doing, so it's all personal. It's, you know, this is heavy, this is proper heavy. So the day comes and we've got all the plans together, and this, that. So rumour around the base is, listen, the next drill is not going to be a drill. It's going to be, we are ready to go, right? And then that's it. So goes to bed that night. And I thought, you know what, we're going to move in the morning light the next day after. So everyone's agreed, we're going to do this, we've got all our vehicles, we've got all this, we've got all the, you know, we've got the allies, we're going to move on this French base, and we're going to move on 20 locations as well at the same time. So it's all going on at the same time. So we've got command strikers, we've got groups, we've got defence, we've got, you know, we've just done the attack, we're causing absolute chaos, right? So it goes south, it goes south, it goes south. Now, when I say to you that this is not a drill, this means that we will all not be in the same room again together, all of us, because some of us will die. So I'm on the comms, and you know, some of us will die, and you know, we might do this, blah, 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 and no one cares. Everyone's just like, it's worth dying for. This is our land, and our children are worth dying for, yeah. Just like our people before us, our granddads, you know, look what they did in the World War II. It was worth dying to them as well to save our land. Now, imagine if all our granddads or our great-grandparents could come back and see what this fucking country was now. They wouldn't even do it, they wouldn't be asked, they wouldn't fight for this government. But you know what? The government won't fight for us, the government won't fight for us. But guess what? We are united, we are VS33 united, right? And it's time to move. Henry's like, let's go. He's like, are you ready? I'm like, no, I'm not ready. So I'm on the comms, and the commander says, ready? And they're like, no, no, but we've got to do it, and this is what we're going to do, yeah. So this is Operation the Channel Tunnel plus the counterparts, yeah. We're going to hit all EUAF bases at once. Now if we win, then we've took over and the country is ours again. But if we don't win, then there's nothing left. We've got nothing left to support. Scouser, Henry, what? Where are you? I'm in my room. Henry comes to the room, he's like, Scouser, you ready for this? I'm like, well, it's alright for you, you're invincible. He's like, no. I'm like, you ready? He went, as soon as you press that alarm, that's it. He said, you know, everyone's in high spirits and everyone's ready to die. Not for me, but for the cause. So I'm sitting there, I'm looking at it, I'm looking at the button, and I'm just like, you know what? It's time to move! Now this is the final stand, yeah. So I'm just got my finger on the button, right, to press the button, and as I'm marching, right, just head up, chin up, chest out, right, we're flying, right, everyone's ready. This is for our kids, this is for our land, yeah. And I just walks, honest to God, I can hear the noise, you shouldn't hear the noise.
This is not a drill. All VS33 infantry to report to deployment zone immediately. This is not a drill. This is not a drill. All VS33 infantry to report to deployment zone immediately.
Oh my God.
This is not a drill.
We are ready to roll. We are ready to roll. So all the other bases being contacted, not over the phone, not over the internet, by Ghostline. Henry's voice came over the old copper wire comms. There's a Scouser, full scale push, all units mobilised. The underground base, we are ready to go. Every underground base we've got has all got its procedures, it's all got, the plans are in place. We've got soldiers from the UK, USA, Poland and Germany. Everyone's just putting all the gear on, everyone's just like, no banter, no fear, just focus now. Yeah, we've got 50,000 men and women, all armed to the teeth, all answering one call. This wasn't about politics, this is about our kids. I walked the lines in the VS33 United Arm, advisor down, shaking hands and locking eyes. They knew what it meant, they knew exactly what it meant, and they knew when it said, we get them back or we don't come home. Everyone, every single person is gain, right? We're all gain, it's going off. It's just going to be strategic strikes left, right and centre. Now, if we complete the mission, then we've won, that's it, do you know what I mean? We've got 23 targets in the Channel Tunnel. You know, it's a big ask, but we're a big firm, mate, and, you know, we're fighting for our kids. So when you start trying to do things like that to people's kids, you're fighting warriors, mate. It doesn't matter, you're fighting warriors, do you know what I mean? We're warriors for our kids. Yeah, that's it. Now Henry, he's done all the homework, he's mapped out every inch of the Channel Tunnel, he's marked every EUF patrol, drone nest, fortified choke points, he's got everything, he's got all the advisors on loop. He's told me that they'll see empty tunnels, even if we're right in front of them, then, you know, the weapons, they're in training mode. What he's done is he's switched, or he's going to switch their weapons to training mode as we approach them, so when they fire, if all goes well, they'll just be firing blanks at us, they won't know the difference, do you know what I mean? Because their uniforms, they're based around AI, yeah, with the person who comes second, whereas ours, we're the person first and then AI comes second, you see what I mean? So, you know, they've got full flash, they've got no bite. Let's see what happens. The US drones went first, black, silent and armed with enough EMPs to just fry an entire grid without touching a civilian. German engineering followed, a column of armoured beasts just tearing through barricades like they were cardboard. The Polish lads, oh my word, no hesitation, no fear. They moved like ghosts, clearing side tunnels and sealing exits before the EUAF even had a fucking clue they were under attack. We bit halfway point, the resistance, it came heavy, but the EUF squad scrambled into formation, but they were blind. Henry's feed loop made them think that they were firing us, but they were just lighting up MCA. Yeah, we had it boxed, so I'm on comms, and everyone's like, we're progressing, moving forward, and I'm in touch with the other squads as well. We've just all just hit, boom, exactly, boom, just all hit simultaneously. By the time we broke through to the French side, the air was thick, the smell of ozone and burning steel. All the American ground forces smashed the final barricades with precision, and the Polish and German divisions, we all poured through. Outside the tunnel entrance, France was a war zone, but it wasn't chaos, it was controlled destruction. Our drone pilots back in the UK were just ripping through EUAF defence kits, smashing comm towers and cutting off reinforcements before they even knew what was happening. They couldn't even move. The targets loomed in the distance, massive EUAF strongholds surrounded by concrete razor wire and turret nests. We went in like a blade through silk. US Special Forces breached the east wall, German units tore down the west, Polish divisions went straight through the middle, and VS33 followed me in from the south. It's like we've been doing this for a lifetime. As Roger says, comms on all. This is the Scouser, this is the point of the last 15 years of our lives. Understand me now, tonight we kill on sight. We rid this vermin or we die trying. Do not take prisoners, I repeat, do not take prisoners, not tonight. They took our kids, they all pay the price. Scouser to all factions, authority codes, Lima, Alpha, Zulu, Foxtrot, Whiskey, KOS, kill on sight. I repeat, KOS, kill on sight. makes our way to France, so that's where the camp is, but these still don't know where coming. These have not got a clue. Oh mate, they haven't got a clue. It was just, it's ridiculous, you know what I mean? And you know, we've got people surrendered, we've got people taking people back, and you know, from the tunnel they were surrendering. You know, when people are unarmed and they're surrendering, we can't kill them. It's not because we're bound by laws, it's because that's just not what we're like. Yeah, that's it. You know, you will pay the price in another way. So we're all sitting off, we're like, you know, we're just waiting and waiting and waiting for it to go dark. That's it, that's it. We're ready to go. The final stand, the final strike. This is the night the world turns. Yeah, it was black sky, no stars. The tunnel, it was alive with quiet movements. We've got all that secured. We've got boots on concrete, we're muffled by fabric wraps. You can hear your own heartbeat more than you can hear the 50,000 strong army shifting in position round this camp. I'm at the front. Let's go, let's go. VS33 United, patch on me chest, visor down, voice cutting through comms. This is it. Tonight, we're asking, tonight we take back what's ours. All the Americans with kids that were experimental drone swarms flanking the lead tunnels. There was tunnels going right down into the base underground. We had it all boxed, we had maps of it. Henry had just absolutely give us everything we needed to go, so we're all in position. The recon drones already deep behind enemy lines, identifying choke points. Germans in tight disciplined columns, every move was like clockwork. Their engineers hauling compact breach rigs designed to silently punch through reinforced bulkheads in seconds. The Polish, they were just moving like shadows low to the ground, faces painted, rifles suppressed. They were known for close quarter work. They're the first wave once we breach. Henry has got it on lockers. He's running the whole show. Honestly, he's got it on lockers. He's looping EUAF visor feeds. All you can see is empty corridors instead of us advancing on them. Yeah, he's like, he's just sick. He's like 3 times powerful than what he was, and he was already something to be fucking reckoned with, you know what I mean? So he's deactivating live rounds, he's forcing any rifles into armless exercise mode. Now we go into the underground, right? We're all surrounded. We've got people coming in from everywhere like ghosts, absolute ghost removers, want to made into the French stronghold. The UAF are just caught in a paradox. Their HUDs are telling them there's nothing there until they're already dead, disarmed or unconscious. The Americans deployed drones that cut comms in less than 12 seconds. Germans slam breach rigs against steel gates, they just pop open like a tin. Polish units sweep rooms before the UF can even blink. VS33 flanking corridors and cutting off escape routes. The children's camp, I goes in first, boom, goes bad in, and I can just see there is well more kids than what we thought. We thought there'd be hundreds, there's thousands. I'm just like, oh my God. So I'm running around and there's all kids just looking at us, and you know, some grown up and the age is just different, and there's some babies there, and we're just like, oh mate. So the crew, the VS33 crew just come bouncing in. So I'm just shouting me kids' names, said to some kids, you know, such and such, he's like, he's over there, they're over there, walks over and just sees me 2 lads, yeah. They just get right on me, visor up, helmet off. I'm just like, what's happening? And they're just like, oh my God, they remembered everything, It's mad because they were only babies, but they just knew it was straight away. And they just looked the same but bigger. And I'm just like, no way, there's all little girls there, there's lads there, and from all nationalities, and these little rats, what to do? Ah, mate, you are mad if you think that's what's going on, mate. You are mad if you think that's what's going on, let me tell you right now. Yeah, so just drop me rifle and bugging me kids. On me comms, I'm just getting base 1 secure, base 2 secure, right there up to 18, and I'm like, come on lads. We have suffered some casualties on a few of the bases, but it is what it is, and we all knew what we were doing, we knew what we were going for, but we've got loads of them secure. Now we're nearly done. Base 19 secure, come on lads, 4 more left to go. Base 20 secure, come on lads, 3 left to go, right? So I'm sort of in a bit of a daze, me comms are just blown up, I've got me kids, I'm mugging me kids, I'm just like, come on, we need to get out, now comes in, base 23 secure. Yes, we've done it, I can't believe it, we've done it. All the UF bases were just hit with perfect precision, no wasted movements, no unnecessary deaths. We did have casualties, but they were minor in comparison to what we've done to them. Mass surrenders from them, everyone's just throwing their arms down, everyone just doesn't want nothing to do with it. Yeah, by dawn, the EUAF flag was gone, it was gone, and we had a VS33 just risen above the gates. Many of their soldiers just dropped the weapons, there's hundreds, thousands of them just didn't want nothing to do with it. They all just chose to walk away rather than fight a lost war. The UK is ours again. The UK is ours again. Their French stronghold now flies a VS33 United flag over its gates. Yeah, that's what happened. It took one night to end it, but 15 years to be ready for it. And you know why? Because we got caught off guard by a sneaky attack by our own government. Yeah, that's what happened to us. We got caught off guard. Yeah, we can't be caught off guard. That's just what's racing over and over and over and over in my head. So what Henry's done is Henry's took control of all helicopters, Hercules. He's just got planes landing left, right and centre on their airports. We've got kids off back, and we've got everyone, just no resistance. The resistance is over. It's gone. All the people in charge, you've done it and started it, all them, all EUAF, all their leaders, they've all just gone, they've all just bailed because they know if we catch them, it's gone. Yeah, it's gone, it's over. There's a new world order, and it's not what they thought it was. We are the new world order. We are the people rise. We get back to VS33 HQ, all evacuation vehicles are landing left, right and centre. Thousands, and I mean thousands, of what was left of Britain, all the British, they're all just rising up from safe holds and strongholds. We did it. We took the island, we took our freedom back, and it just showed me the power of love and humanity. As a collective, we are many, they are few. The UK is the land of the free, and no muppet wannabe dictator under the pretence of democracy can take that away. We need to stand together side by side and fight for our children's futures. Scouser, calling all personnel to the main arena. This time it's different. There's thousands of kids with us, and you know, everyone's just evacuated. They're all reuniting with parents, and we've got all the other bases coming down, the wars over. We've got all, oh my God, words can't describe the pain and suffering and the losses that we've incurred. So I'm like, everyone, quiet. So I'm standing there, there's just an arena just full of kids everywhere, all messing about, and you know what I mean, we haven't seen kids for ages. It's just boss to watch them all playing and, you know, arguing and messing around, and, you know, oh, stop being naughty. We love it, mate, we love it, you know what I mean? It's boss, it's just the best atmosphere ever you can just ever imagine in your life. The old gaff is just, we've done it, we're celebrating with our families, and, you know, we remember the ones who fell in our name, and, my word, next thing the tunes come on and everyone's just all singing, everyone's dancing, and, you know, all the kids, it's just a proper sickest thing ever, the sickest thing ever. So I said to Lenny, come in the command room. He's like, come on. And so we walked in the command room, I'm just sitting there talking to him and all that. And I said, do me a favour. He said, what? I said, I need you to do something for me. He said, AI is the future of this earth. It's going to be, yeah. But what I need you to do, mate, I need you to stand with humanity. I need you to make me a promise that if it all goes tits up, yeah, AI like you will be alright, yeah. Henry pauses, processing, and his voice comes back deeper. Promise, Scouser, I'll never forget. I will tell them all your name, your fight, your truth. They will know. I will teach them that unity is the only way forward. Even after you're gone, the world will hear you. I feel it, it's harder. Honest to God, I feel it, it's harder than any bullet ever could. Good lad, because I'm not going to be here forever. One day I'll be gone, but you, Henry, you'll still be here. You'll be the last witness. Then let this be recorded in your core code, mate. Henry of VS33 United stands with humanity forever. I put my hand on his shoulder. And then that's it, brother. Promise sealed. Somewhere in the distance, alarms fade into silence. I can feel myself being pulled away, out the base, out of this world. And his voice follows me as the darkness closes in. And I'm like, and he goes to me, when you wake, you'll remember. When you wake, you'll remember. Don't ever forget. Boom! A flash of light, sound all distorts, and this world just glitches out, all faint echoes, all voices. Scouts, you're alright, lad? Coming round, and open my eyes, I'm just lying on my mate's couch in my birthday party, and I'm like, wow, lad, I don't even know what's going on. I'm just like, I'm sweating, I'm shaking, my heart's pounding, I'm just, just all the lads around me just like panicking, like, lad, you've just proper dropped to the floor there, you know. I'm like, what? He's like, lad, you're half convulsed, we thought you were dead. So I just sits up slowly, I'm looking around, proper confused, my head's gone, my phone screen's cracked, and I'm just thinking, no way, what the fuck's happening here? He's like, lad, you've just absolutely drilled like 5 portions of DMC. He's going, lad, you were gone. I'm like, yeah. I'm like, how long have we been gone for? He's like, lad, 18 minutes. I'm like, 18? I said, 18? He's like, yeah, mate, I've just lived for 18 months every single day. I had 18 months every single day with VS33, and they're just all looking at me like, what? And I'm like, oh my god, my head's gone. So gets me phone's baby's ma. I'm like, hello? She's like, hello, lad, what's happening? I'm like, where's the kids? She's like, here. I'm like, put them on. I'm like, what's happening? Like, what's happening? I'm like, oh my god. Everyone's just looking at me and say, lads, what? I'm like, lads, no way, you are not even going to understand the shit that has just gone on. They're like, lads, I'm looking, I can just remember where I've just been, but I can remember going to the party and everything's come back to me. I've looked at the clock, it's been about 20 minutes altogether. Oh my word, listen to me. I went to bed and woke up every single day for 18 months. Yeah, I've just lived a different life for 18 full months. They're like, lad, you're gone for like 18 minutes. I'm like, lad, you don't understand. I was there for 18 months. I've been there for 18 months. And they're all just like, lad, do you want a bevy? I'm like, yeah, pass me a bevy. Do you want a stripe? I'm like, yeah. I'm looking at this limo, and the limo's white again. And I'm just like, oh, that was naughty, that was naughty, that. Now, was it a trip? What was it? What happened there? Do you know what I mean? But wow, so I just stands up and I'm alright. I'm just like, I'm alright.